It's really important for someone in my role to make sure that I'm listening more than I'm speaking. So, listening, being empathetic, truly putting myself in someone's shoes, having an understanding of where they might be without judgment, um, but truly taking into account where they're at in their life, I think is the most crucial part. From there, when we're looking at things tied to volatility or the unknowns and the unpredictable things, everything goes back to education. There's a reason why a part of our mission is education, guiding, and growing. Education is the first principle, and it's because it's the most crucial. I think that's one of the biggest gaps for most people, where there's a disconnect with how things are reacting within a portfolio, how they're doing personally or professionally. It's education. So this ties into things in our world to risk scores and prospect theory. Just know that this is a way to look at risk tolerances from a very different perspective. So in the past, it was typically if you're young, be aggressive. If you're old, be conservative. If you think about that, that's really generic, really basic, and a little bit um, um, uh, ignorant, if I could be so honest. When we look at it, we use things like prospect theory that puts a heavier emphasis on how people look at things from an emotional standpoint with wanting to evaluate gains and also avoid losses. So when we have risk scores, we will actually go through a number of different questions and scenarios when we work with any client as we start with them, but then also as the relationship evolves to be able to look at their speed limit and think of it as an example. If you and I were in a car, you're the client, I'm driving the car, you're the passenger, you get to dictate how comfortable you are in telling me what speed limit is your preference. If you want to go 60 or 70 miles on the road or in your portfolio, our job as the driver managing that portfolio is to make sure that we are aligning it with that to where if you said 70, I better not be going 40 because I probably have too many uh, low risk oriented investments. But if you also said, Eric, go 60 and I'm going 80, I'm going to shock you and be away from your expectations. So education is core, but it's also having the right type of technology to look at what someone's risk is and to account for that over time.